The Beach FM Business Lunch Show, brought to you by PlaceMakers Kapiti Horowhenua. Together we're building New Zealand.
Welcome back to the Business Lunch Show on Beach FM 106.3. Let's welcome into the show from Tom Thumb Cafe. It is Miriam and Sophie. G'day, guys.
Hey, how's it going? Hi, how are you?
Yeah, very well. How are you two doing at this time?
Good, we just finished. Yeah, just for the day. Finished the day back.
Excellent. Well, I caught you at a good time then. First and foremost, I know you guys are busy, so I appreciate your time, but first and foremost, what we like to do is just get to know the people that we're talking to. So how did it all start out for you guys? Was there a bit of hospitality in your background, and how did Tom Thumb come to be?
Yeah, we've both had plenty of hostel experience, yeah. It started out as a little bit of a collective of people bringing to the table your own skills and stuff. And yeah, there's three of us that own Tom Thumb, and two of us are owner operators. That's Sophie and I, Miriam. And then we have Dave as well, who is he's done the fit out and he does joinery and things. So it's pretty amazing. Somebody on the team that can do that as well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And how did it all start for you guys? I mean, a lot of people on the show, they started in their own home kitchens, kind of creating things and took it to the next step. So, or going to the markets and building the buzz that way. How was it for you guys?
Well, I guess for me, Sophie, I was in Melbourne for a number of years and had worked hospo and had always kind of wanted to own my own business venture, being a cafe or takeaway outlet of some description, and yeah, lots of cooking and lots of kind of playing around, and opportunity presented itself, so I jumped on it.
Excellent. And what the opportunity to open Tom Thumb, was it? Was it to create the name, or was it actually to the opportunity to have your own shop business of your own?
I think after working for so many people and so many other businesses for so long, just the opportunity to be in my own space and to be able to have the flow and creativity to do what I like to do was made available to me. I wasn't at the beginning of the collective, like in the very, very beginnings of it. I came along once it had kind of opened, and then, yeah.
Excellent. Now, cafes, they're our bread and butter, not literally, but kind of. But they've been around. So, what is your point of difference? What was your little objective in opening your own?
Wow. So I'm just going to Miriam here. For me, it was pretty exciting to have an opportunity to open something here in the neighbourhood.
Yeah.
It's in a shop, so I don't think there's really ever been sort of a little cafe, coffee shop that, you know, people can meet. Like, it's something called a place for the community. And coming from, for me personally, having, you know, eczema and allergies all my life, I've always had to think about the food I eat. And so here is a really creative space to play with things and make things a bit more inclusive to people's diets. And so, yeah, Tom Thumb's very much about creating inclusive food for everybody. And, yeah, we've really noticed that's been very much embraced and appreciated. Having those options out there and like having multiple options, you know, for gluten-free or vegan or, dairy-free or nut-free. So, yeah, we try to have a strong focus on making sure that people come in and they have lots of options and they feel like they can ask for anything to be switched up to accommodate their dietary needs.
Brilliant. Yeah. We've noticed more and more over the last few years, especially how much the things that are in our food are affecting our health. As you've mentioned, eczema, other things that follow on from that. Was that something you were very mindful of before you started this, or have you learnt more about what is in our foods because of the venture?
Well, for me, I've always had to be mindful of it, and then I've had two children who have also had eczema and allergies. So at home, cooking-wise, I've always had to replace something with something else. And it does make you quite creative, and it does make you quite a lot more aware of how something's going to affect your body. And obviously, in my case, in my children's case, with eczema and allergies, it's quite an instant reaction.
Absolutely.
So, that's kind of actually, I feel like it's made me more creative in the way that I look at food and produce food. And, yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, looking at some of this food on your website, ladies, it can't be healthy. It can't be good for you.
Well, we endeavour to make things as healthy as we possibly can and use whole foods, but of course there are exceptions like our delicious gluten-free vegan donuts.
Yes.
They've got sugar in them. Yeah, they are fun food. But we do have an outlook of the 80-20 rule in life that, the 80% focus on wholesome food and then 20% fun time, because balance. Yeah, balance.
And so it's not just the donuts, though. You've got your own little take on some of the absolute classics, like for Leamingtons, for example.
Yeah. Well, like the thing we have noticed for people who have food restrictions, they don't necessarily, they are really drawn to those classic things that they just haven't been able to have.
Yeah.
Just really simple, and they're just really grateful for it.
That accessibility. I think providing people with options that they haven't been able to have before. And it's not, you can substitute certain things, but also creating the flavour and having the flavour still there.
Flavours and textures, you really have to master it when you start replacing things. And, it's one thing to offer something gluten-free or dairy-free or whatever, but, texture and flavour is, people want that as well. They don't, So it's fun. It's creative, and it's a fun process. Trying everything. I love the fact that I can actually try these things. It's really exciting.
So I'm guessing you guys are your own guinea pigs, or have you brought in a different team for that, the Honest Kids or something?
No, we are the guinea pigs, and we've got a few other little guinea pigs around, but
we've got a really cool team here. We are a small team, but we all have different, we have vegans in the mix and vegetarians and meat eaters, but not eating dairy, and so we all, have fun just eating together and cooking, trying things out, and
creative process. I think we all bring a different element to the team, which is really nice.
Amazing. I've seen a big increase over the last year or so in the raw little cupcake kind of that look too good, but they're just full of all the good things and the energies, and they almost look like a little cheesecake. Is that something you guys have as well?
Yeah, we do raw cheesecakes and little raw chocolate treats and things. Yeah, we have a selection of that.
We don't really have a set kind of
awesome.
Or the way that we do stuff. We kind of just play, and if it works, we put it out and
see what people say.
People say, and if they want, if we see that it moves, we keep going and keep.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we definitely have also a lot of whole food things going on. We do daily salads, and we do our toasties and things, and our Happy Valley bowls.
Well, you've got a deli as well, don't you?
Well, this is pretty much this space is coffee shop, deli, and cafe. So, we have offerings which you basically can add to or take away from. We make it all really adaptable and flexible, so that people feel like they can have it. Yeah.
Brilliant. Hey, sorry, go on.
Yeah. So everything can be done in a gluten-free or dairy-free way if they need, or keto, or vegan, or we can just adapt things to people's needs or requirements. Yeah.
Excellent. Hey guys, COVID was a very interesting time for a lot of us, especially in hospo. So how was that time for you guys? Did you guys get a chance to reset, refocus, and adapt in any which way? How was it, honestly, for you guys?
We were kind of lucky because we do have quite a big takeaway as well anyway. So we feel we were able to operate at level 3 in a contactless way. We weren't really needing to restrict our offerings in any way, which was cool.
We've seen a huge amount of support from the local community since reopening after lockdown.
Yeah, that's been pretty humbling and lovely to have just people genuinely grateful to have us back and operating, and that's pretty. We've got a really lovely customer base and community here. It's been really positive.
Fantastic. Fantastic, because you hear, I've heard that a lot over the show about how loyal and how awesome the customers have been, and it hasn't. When I've asked that question, it hasn't been about the business. It's all been about how awesome the customers have been and how local, supporting local in this beautiful Kapiti Coast. It's just been awesome. So it's always good to hear that stuff. From here on in, guys, what's next for you? You happy with how everything's going? What's in the pipeline?
Creating more and more options, I think. Just keeping on playing and enjoying the process. And I think that hopefully comes through the food and the atmosphere, that we're having fun and just developing and creating as we go. It's kind of a little bit of an experiment every week, or just feeling, just working into what we feel like. Each given day, and great.
Well,
we've been experimenting with our own cheeses and things, so we're definitely expanding more in a deli way that people can actually start to buy some of the flavours that you're experiencing, like our vegan feta and tahini dressings and things. And we've got we like prana, local produce, so stocking prana greens from up at Tihoro. Local eggs and things. So becoming more, making it a little one-stop shop too down this way.
Brilliant.
It feels like it's sort of just growing and organically evolving as it goes.
Oh, so good. Well, I can definitely hear the passion, the excitement, and the way that you guys want to have fun with how you're talking about it. So lastly, how can people get in touch? How can they come and see you? Where are you?
So we are on Facebook and Instagram, and we have a website, and we're at Kinakina Shopping Centre at Donovan Road.
Fantastic.
There's all the details are on the website for how to get in contact or get in touch with the addresses and contact information. TomThumKapiti.com.
I'm glad you said it. I was about to. Excellent. Well, Miriam, Sophie, thank you so much for your time today to share the good word. I am definitely going to come in and see you guys soon.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.